Okay, we want to talk about today's project. We did the amazing fairy houses.
And then I made a bird bath and then I put magic in it. So like if it's purple, it's magical. Whatever you wish, it comes true in just a flash.
And I think it was one of the most remarkable projects we've done together.
Yeah,
I mean, between having an almost 6-year-old to Madison being 17, London in between. I mean, the diversity of the ages and everybody came together and we were so creative. It was really remarkable and amazing.
Welcome. So today we're going to do fairy houses. When we have a whole family here, which I truly love having here, all these creative people, and everyone has their own ideas about what to do with their fairy house, which I love. So for Nana Kira, I'm going to pick a branch from the mimosa, and that's going to go on top of my house. Yes, they do smell good, don't they?
And they're so soft.
So they smell good, they're soft, and they're beautiful. So let's go and check out where we're going to make our little fairy village, okay? So we're scouting out where we want to have our fairy village. And we decided that this is nice and shady. It has lots of flowers. And so we're going to make a flower circle and we'll put 6 flower fairy houses in the circle. Okay, we have London coming to look at the houses, possible houses here. So we have a possible roof here. And we have a possible house here. And I was thinking if anybody wants to do a giant house, that could be like the dancing studio or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you have a small one?
Those are the smallest.
Okay, then I'll just take this one.
Okay. So Katrina, I thought you might do the big one.
Okay.
Maybe you and Megan could do big ones and everybody else do small. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
What are we doing here?
They are primering the pots so that the paint will stick. The acrylic paint that they're going to paint with brushes. Right?
Okay, so can I see that paint?
Or I wonder if brushes
Primer,
would be the way to
okay.
go, or maybe sponge even you might want to consider.
Yeah, maybe.
sponging it on.
Yeah, sponge is nice because it has texture.
Okay, so the dollar store, we got some butterflies that you can put on the top,
Very cool.
and then they had assortment of different flowers, and then I was thinking this could be on the sides.
Yeah, so
kind of-
that's great. So fake flowers last longer than real flowers.
Yeah, especially probably outside. And then either like little stickers if you want more to gleam in the sun.
Oh, nice idea. Where'd you get all that creativity?
And then then the dollar store,
Oh,
so you
good
can,
idea.
you're supposed to be able to take off this,
Solar light.
and then you can put it on in it or on top.
Oh,
and then
great idea. That's a cool,
it'll
that's super.
flow. And then got some other
Wow, that's beautiful. Feathers
glitter.
and more jewels.
They did have a fairy.
Oh, let's see the fairy. They have dollar store fairies if you don't want to make one.
And then I thought maybe if you wanted to put like a name, the name of your fairy house.
Oh, very
the
cool.
top
Name of your
board.
fairy house. Or a word that would help you, like love or hope. Or...
But then I also went through and some old jewelry, broken jewelry.
Oh, good for you.
So either beads or maybe some bling for the front door.
Oh, that's great. I took some of your old jewelry that you gave me last year to the conference in Sacramento, and it was a big hit with the Resilience Guardians.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they loved it. Oh, look at this. I want this. I want this.
And then if you don't have a yard with bark, they have like a scented vanilla, but
wow.
just to decorate to make it a little bit, maybe the top of it.
Wow, you were really thinking about it.
I had some extra little things. You could take
Oh,
these off.
wow.
If you have any other broken stuff, you could just take that off.
Oh, look
And
at
then
that.
you can put it in the glue.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then if you need to tie stuff on, you could just take some twine, like if you need to tie some things on instead of glue.
Oh, I love that.
To kind of hang
That's a
out.
great idea.
And then old like Christmas decorations.
I like this.
You know, like if you have any Christmas decorations.
I like this stuff a lot. Potpourri.
Oh, yeah.
But if you have Christmas decorations you just have in your house, you can just kind of cut them off here. You can get Michael's or the dollar store.
Fairy Wonderland.
Yeah, there
It
you go.
does.
Fairy Wonderland.
Cool. And then some old, like wind chimes maybe you're not using and that means something.
Neat.
You could put this on that.
That's a great idea. I love it that you have scent. You have all the senses. That's fabulous, Katrina. This is wonderful.
Because sometimes you just can't decide at the dollar store.
Okay, what are we doing over here?
We're just thinking about what we're gonna make.
Alice gonna put
Okay.
are you gonna put this little fairy on yours?
Yep.
Look at how cute this is.
Yeah, that's
and then
cute.
what else
That's
are
a
you
dollar
gonna
store
put?
fairy.
There's a bunch of gemstones. Are you gonna put some of these on?
No, I'm gonna put the gold ones on.
Oh, the gold. But look at all this beautiful colors.
I'm gonna put colors and gold.
Blue and white.
Oh,
the dollar store.
Okay, that dollar
And they're
store.
flat, so we almost grabbed some of the round ones, which I would think would be harder to
Yes,
glue.
that is very
So-
true.
Let me get some colors in here.
I guess you could make a pathway up to the
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Fairy
Or like
house.
a little water, if you maybe cardboard, and then you could just glue them on, and you could look like either a walkway or a little water pond.
Ooh, a pond.
That's
right
a cool
outside.
idea. Wow, I love all this imagination. Okay, are we ready? So the next step is you want to cut your door. And so I drew it first, and then I cut a little rectangle. And then I had to cut a little slit here on the other side, just a little one, so that it opens up like that. You see that? And then the house goes, the roof goes on top of the house. So it's no, the noodles.
There's
are
your door. Do you
soy
like that?
noodles.
I did.
What do you want to put on here?
It's fine.
So then
Oh, let's
the
turn the
other
hot glue gun on.
Can we
So we're
stick
trying to be good.
ornaments
Oh,
on it?
an ornament.
part. Yellow and purple are complementary colors. Did you know that?
Now I know, because it looks good together.
And London is an artist in her own right. She does wonderful little drawings of people. What would you call them?
Just characters, just random characters that I draw.
And do they have stories behind them when you do them, or you
Most of them don't. I just kind of start and just end up with something that I like or don't like.
But you find it really helps you, right, to draw?
Yeah, it's really fun and it just like keeps me distracted. So,
Why would you want to be distracted?
just because there's a lot of things going on in the world that are like not the best, so I kind of want to do something. I think like flowers are really pretty, and I don't really think anyone, like if you're like walking across the street and you see some flowers, I don't think many people like stop and just look at them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends. But it's like fun to enjoy like the little things, like, and then this is a little thing that you can enjoy with making with your family, and it gives you an activity to do and something to talk about and make it with your family. So it's fun.
And create something magical. So you can put in your garden or in your room.
That's right. And I love that Ella wrote on hers.
I love that.
Ella, that was so super.
Thanks.
Okay, so Megan is still working on this is kind of like the dancing palace for the fairies, isn't it?
Right. I wanted to make it kind of real, like woodsy, but magical at the same time. So I was saying before, this is just bark from trees you can get. Put some green in. I put some glittery, magical
And
leaves.
then what do you have? It looks like mushrooms on the door.
Isn't that cool? That's exactly what it
very
kind of
cool.
reminds me of.
Yeah, wow.
It actually came from just this, from the Dollar Tree.
Oh, yeah. And so
Potpourri.
it'll smell good too.
I
huh?
know. And I'm going to put a little bit more green on.
Ah,
Make it really full. And then maybe put some color in there, a little bit of flowers or something.
okay, so she's making the dancing palace. And then we have Madison is still working on her fairy house. It's really gotten to be the perfect fairy colors, purple and green. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Some fairy
And we have London is making it, gorgeous, with flowers and yellow.
So the roof is going to be flowers. So, and I decided the theme would be pink and yellow because I like those colors together.
Pink and yellow are gorgeous colors together. Wow, you even have a little pink in the flower, huh?
Yeah.
Can we see the door? What are you going to do with the door? Anything?
I don't think I'm gonna do much with the door. I don't really know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. I can show you what I did with this door over here. Is I just glued like this flower on the front, and then I put like puff paint design around it, and then I put windows on it like
Yeah,
that.
I might put windows, and then I want that little, like, just some fake flower on the door. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, though.
Okay, well that's a part of art, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what kind of makes art fun, is you can keep going, and if you don't like something, just change it, right?
Yes.
So Katrina went to the dollar store and she came up with all these incredible ideas. It's just, we could make fairy houses for a year. There's so many great ideas. So you're making another like castle. It almost looks like a spiritual center for the fairies or something, you know?
Yes, it's very magical with the glitter on it. So just, and then it's woodsy, so it looks like it's in the garden.
I love that, Katrina.
Can you turn it around and tell us about the top two?
So here's the front door, and I just happened to find one. It was hard to glue, so I just punched a little hole in and glued it. So it has like a
So
little,
it has a little doorknob.
and then an accent for the top. And then I'm still working on the top and making it kind of
Oh,
flow
very
and flow
beautiful.
over.
Yeah, flowing over the edges. And then she has a solar light. Can you show us the solar light? Solar
So from the
light.
dollar store, and you just take it off. Yeah, take this part and the stem off, and then put it inside. So that way at night it will glow.
That is so cool. And what a beautiful butterfly. You got that at the dollar store too, right?
I did get this. This is from Christmas decorations.
Oh, wow.
So reuse it once you get tired of Christmas decorations. You can make other things with it.
That is so cool. Wow.
And then all this was from the dollar store. It was in a little bag of potpourri, but it has all different shapes of.
And textures, all these different. It looks.
And you can do different
It looks like fairy, like
different
fairy.
sides. So you could either do that side, or you could do the inside, or you could even put, something in there like a gem or glitter or a little flower to give it depth. And then I definitely think, because I have the brown on the bottom, I'm gonna have to put a little brown on the top.
Oh, she's using
To
her
kind of
art
flow.
composition skills there. So when you make art, it's always better to have the same color that's on the bottom somewhere else in your artwork, so that it pulls it together. And boy, Katrina, you're perfect on doing that today.
Thank you.
Okay.
So can you tell us about your fairy house? It says, "I love you so much."
So this fairy house, it's about love. So the fairy house, it has butterflies and stuff that makes you calm.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
And some flowers, and I wrote, I love you so much.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I put a butterfly there, and on the door I hang that there,
Oh, can I see it?
right
Oh,
there.
a little star in the door.
And I'm gonna put this bird on
Okay.
over here somewhere.
We can figure it out.
That is so impressive.
Let's kind of put it
Fairy
in the
making a fairy house, huh?
Yep, I'm gonna put it in the bird bath.
Okay, wonderful. Do you want us, we could cut this hole a little bit bigger and you could put that up there. You want me to do
Oh
that?
yeah.
Mommy, can you help her? Please?
What do you want to do?
We want to cut one of these holes. I think she wanted to have it there.
One.
And a
Oh,
little
that's
bit bigger.
Like
perfect.
that, so it's up like that.
And then she could stick it in there.
But don't do it too much.
Yeah, we'll just make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
I think it'll fit in there now. Try it.
Still not.
What a great
Oh,
idea.
wonderful idea. She's very creative.
And I'm gonna put all
And I
these.
love you
colorful
so
gems.
much. It's beautiful that you put that on your birdhouse and that you thought about her being calm. That is a lovely, lovely thing.
So I'm gonna stick these gems all here
Okay.
because it kind of looks like nice like this if you hold it up.
Yes, it does. Okay.
So I'm.
Do you have anything else to say about your fairy house?
So like this butterfly, it's a magical one, and whatever it wishes, it always comes true.
Oh.